believe it.
We congratulate all of your players and Coach Billick and his staff, your whole organization for bringing this Super Bowl championship back to Baltimore and to Baltimore's great fans for the first time in 3 decades. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's Ken Weinman from 105.7 The Fan. I'm here at the Babe Ruth Museum for another edition of How About That? So my story is the 2000 Ravens run to the Super Bowl, and a little backstory, like the Colts. I used to go to Colt games with my father. They left in March of '84. When the Ravens came to town, obviously, I'm a Baltimore guy. I became a Ravens fan, and in the 2000 season, the Ravens make the playoffs. I was working for the Ravens radio at the time doing, I think, out-of-town scoreboard during the game, and obviously for the playoffs, there was no out-of-town scoreboard, so I went to the wild card game against Denver with my dad, and the Ravens beat the Broncos 21-3. Jamal Lewis had a couple touchdowns. We're leaving the stadium, and my father turns to me and he's like, you know what? Let's go to Tennessee. And my memory of going to Tennessee and playing the Titans is the fans were incredibly nice. I think we sat in a corner end zone, the end zone that Ray Lewis came running into when he picked off the tip pass to Eddie George and ran it in for the touchdown that clinched the game. The Ravens win that football game. We're leaving the stadium, and we know they're going to Oakland. And my dad's like, we're going to go out and go to the AFC Championship game. And my memory of that is we sat at the top of what they call Mount Davis, and we sat there with Ravens family. That's where they put the Ravens family. Like Chris McAllister's dad was sitting right in front of us. True story, police officer comes up to us, and this was one game I was told, don't wear any gear. So I'm wearing a polo and jeans. The cop says to us, if you need to use the restroom, have one of us escort you. Yeah, that was Oakland. And again, we're leaving the stadium, and my father's like, you know what? We're going to continue this ride. We're going to the Super Bowl. And one of my memories before the game was listening to cocky New York fans talk about how they were going to kill us. And I'm just listening to it. And I remember turning to my dad as we're walking around. I'm like, Dad, I got to be honest. I think the Giants are the worst team we've played in the playoffs. I think Denver's better. I think Tennessee's better. I think Oakland. I think they're all better than the Giants. I think unless this game goes really wrong, they're going to kill the Giants. And of course, they ended up doing it. The one regret is to give up the kickoff return for a touchdown. Otherwise, they have a shutout in the Super Bowl, something that's never been done before. But they harassed Kerry Collins. They beat up those receivers. Most of those hits early are penalties now, but they weren't penalties then. And they intimidated the Giants throughout that game. And I remember a play early in that game. They run a sweep to Tiki Barber, and Ray Lewis caught him from behind for like no gain. And I remember turning to my dad and I go, this game's over. They can't do anything in this football game. So the Ravens win the Super Bowl, and it was this organic thing that I was able to share with my father. Even though he's a pain in my rear, I love going to sporting events with my dad. That's why opening day is so special to me, being able to go to so many opening days with him. And this has been a huge part of my life. Going on this organic Super Bowl run with my father was incredibly special. I'm Ken Weinman from 105.7 The Fan here at the Babe Ruth Museum with another edition of How About That?